अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता चैप्टर 2 टेक्स्ट नंबर 59। विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसोवर्ज्यं रसोऽपि अस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तन्ते। विषया objects for sense enjoyment. Vinivartante are practiced to be refrained from. Niraharasya by negative restrictions. Dehinaha for the embodied. Rasavarjam giving up the taste. Rasaha sense of enjoyment. Api although there is. Asya is param far superior things. Drishtva by experiencing. Nivartate ceases from. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Maharaj. The embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, though the taste for sense objects remains. But ceasing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste is fixed in consciousness. Purport: unless one is transcendentally situated, it is not possible to cease from sense enjoyment. The process of restriction from sense enjoyment by rules and regulations is something like restricting a diseased person from certain types of eatables. The patient, however, neither likes such restrictions nor loses his taste for eatables. Similarly, sense restriction by some spiritual process like Ashtanga Yoga in the matter of yama, niyama, asana, prana, yama, pratyahara, dhyana, dharana, dhyana, etc. is recommended for less intelligent persons who have no better knowledge. But one who has tasted the beauty of the Supreme Lord Krishna in the course of his advancement in Krishna consciousness no longer has a taste for dead material things. Therefore, restrictions are there for the less intelligent neophytes in the spiritual advancement of life. But such restrictions are only good if one actually has a taste for Krishna consciousness. When one is actually Krishna conscious, he automatically loses his taste for pale things. Mukam karoti vachalam pangulangayate girim Yat kripa tamaham bande paramananda madhavam. This is one of the important verses of Bhagavad Gita. Many acharyas has explained this sloka in different ways. Our Srila Prabhupada Maharaj has explained this in his purport on the basis of the commentary by Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu. So Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu is famous for his commentary on Vedanta Sutra, which is called Govinda Bhashyam. Means the Bhashya, the commentary, his purport of the Vedanta Sutra, he dedicated to Govinda, Lord Govinda. When it was the time in Jaipur, you know our Govinda Dev from Vrindavan, who is established by Lord Krishna's great grandson Bajranath Maharaj. Bajranath Maharaj, after Krishna went to Golok Vrindavan, after completing his pastimes, disappearance of Krishna, whole Vrindavan, Brajamandal was covered. Nobody knew where is Bansivat, where is Kesighat, how Krishna, Kesighat, Bansivat, Dwadasa Kanan, 12 forest, wherever Krishna did his pastimes, nobody knew. Everything was covered in course of time. It was unknown to everyone. So Krishna's great grandson, King Bajranath, again re-established Vrindavan. He made the kunda, proper places where the ponds are there, Kaliyada, where Krishna punished Kaliya, where he performed Ras Lila Seva Kunj, where due to the Nishanta Lila Nidhuban, and all the Kamyavan, Bhandirvan, all these places, he all again established, and the villages also, named the villages according to the time of Krishna. Like we go Mukhrai, Raval, Barsana, all these village names he Javat, every village and everywhere pastimes he. And also, nobody knows how Krishna looked like. Only Krishna's, those are intimate associates of Krishna, they can see Krishna in their transcendental eyes. अद्यावधि सही लीला करे गोरा राय कोनो कोनो भाग्यवाने देखिबारे पाए. Like our Mahajans, they tell that till now also Lord Gauranga is performing his pastimes. Krishna also doing his pastimes. It is his eternal award Vrindavan, Gokul, he is always present there. But we are not able to see those pastimes. Kono kono bhagyavan dekhibare pare. Only very, very rarely fortunate soul, they can only see those pastimes, not everyone. Our senses are contaminated by the association of material nature. And by material senses we cannot see the transcendental form of Krishna. Jam Shama Sundaram Achinta Guna Sarupam Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. We will not be able to see Krishna, that transcendental form. How will see? Only by pure devotion. But we will not have devotion. That's why Krishna himself in this Kali Yuga, especially, he did the pastimes of being Archa Vigraha by deity form. So this is like 5,000 years ago, after Krishna's disappearance, entered into Golok. King Bajranath Maharaj thought that I will install the deities of Krishna, which everybody can, common people can see the deity of Krishna. They can worship Krishna, can have darshan of Krishna. It will be non-different from the darshan of Krishna himself. By the help of his grandmother, who had seen Krishna directly, and under her guidance, the deities were made. When the first deities were made, first deity, in that deity, only Krishna's lotus feet was similar to Krishna's. So his grandmother told, this deity's lotus feet only looks like Krishna, other part not, little bit similar but not exactly like, only lotus feet. So that deity was named as Sri Madan Mohanji. That's why our Goswamis, they pray to Madan Mohan. Jaitam surataur pango mama manda matergati mat sarvasva padam bhujo radha madana mohano. Worshipping Lord Madan Mohan, taking shelter of Madan Mohan, our relationship with Krishna is fixed. Relationship. And then another deity of Krishna was made. And when she saw the deity of Krishna, he told, this deity it looks like Krishna, the chest, the body looks like Krishna himself. This is Gopinath, who performed Ras Leela, who attracted all the Brajagopis by playing on his flute. Simana Rasa Rasarambhi Bansi Bata Tatastita Karshana Benu Swaneir Gopi Gopinath Striyastuna. In Bansi Bhat, he played on his flute and he attracted all the Brajagopis. And he performed the Ras Leela. That Gopinath, our Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying, Gopinath Mama Nivedana Suna. Visayi Durjana Sada Kame Rata Kicho Nahi Mora Guna. I don't have any good qualities, I am devoid of any good qualities. Please accept my prayers, O Lord Gopinath. He's praying this. And I am totally materialistic, very, very evil, very, very fallen, always engaged in sense gratification. Please accept me. This is surrendering himself at the lotus feet of Gopinath. And again another deity was made. And that deity, when the grandmother Uttara, she saw this. So this face is Krishna. This is Govinda. As if attracting, she ran to embrace Krishna. This is Krishna's face resembles. That is Govinda. Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadramad Srimad Ratnagar Singhasanastu Sri Sri Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prestali Visabhyamanos Smarami. That Radha Govinda. That Govinda deity is very, very prominent. So you know these pastimes how due to the difficult situation, the Muslim kings like Aurangzeb is breaking the temples and destroying the deities. So the king of Jaipur, he took the deities all to Jaipur and then there was worshipped. After hundreds of years passed, some other Sampradaya Vaishnavas like Sri Sampradaya, so they don't accept at that time, they not accept, oh this is not proper, how you can worship Srimati Radharani with Lord Govinda. There is no mention of Radharani name in Bhagavatam, although it is mentioned. You will somebody give somebody milk, you tell that, oh there is no ghee in the milk. But ghee is present in every particle of the milk. Why necessary to be separately visible to you? Krishna and Radharani are non-different. Murga mada tara gandha jaise avichheda. Like Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Kaviraj Goswami saying, like the fragrance of the musk and musk itself. Musk is present in certain, in deer. Very, very rare deer. It is in their head, present musk, very, very fragrant. Even the deer itself, Kasturi, itself runs where this fragrance coming from. Himself, sir, it is in the body. What is that? Similarly, you cannot separate the fragrance from the musk. You cannot separate Agni and Jwala, the heat and the fire, you cannot separate. Similarly, Radha and Krishna you cannot separate because Radharani is the Shakti of Krishna. Radha Krishna Pranay Vikriti Radhin Shakti Sman. Shakti cannot be separated from Shaktiman. Energy cannot be separated from the energetic. If you separate Shakti from Krishna, Krishna will be only impersonal Brahma. Nothing will remain. Krishna's beauty, Krishna's mercy, Kripa Shakti, mercy potency, everything is Shakti. That is Radharani. Radha Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shaktiman. Radharani is the sum total complete Shakti, energy of Krishna. This is what Goswamis have explained, Swarup Damodar Goswami in his Katsa. So that's why that time they argued, they told that this is not proper. You cannot worship Radharani. Radharani is not married wife of Krishna. It is not proper to. They wanted to remove the deity of Radharani from Govinda. And that time the king sent message to Vrindavan, if any Vaishnava, Gaudiya Vaishnava is there, who can save us, protect us in this situation? Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was there, who is like incarnation of Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, non-different from Srila Rupa Goswami Pad. But he cannot go out of a Vrindavan for even one night. And he was very, very old, engaged in bhajan. But he sent his dear disciple, Brother Vidyabhushan Prabhu. Send him, he can manage this. And Brother Vidyabhushan Prabhu came there. And they argued you have to present from Vedanta. Vedanta is the conclusion, Veda Anta, conclusion of the Vedas. In Vedanta you have to prove that Krishna and Radharani, how Radharani is authentic, bona fide or not, you have to prove. They were big, big scholars. And the Brother Vidyabhushan Prabhu prayed to Lord Govinda, you have to save me. I am an instrument. I cannot do anything. Lord Govinda told, anything I empower you, give my whole complete mercy. Anything you write, that will become the commentary of Vedanta Sutra. Anything you write. And that became Govinda Bhashyam. So that commentary, Govinda Bhashyam, after writing is presented. This is how Gaudiya Sampradaya Parampara was saved. Till now we are worshipping Radha and Krishna. Nobody knows. There is many, in that context, many subjects are there. Why Radharani's name was not openly described in Bhagavatam, everything. But it is there in every sloka, every place. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Radharani's name is there. Everything is there. Don't think that every particle of milk there is ghee is present. Similarly, Radharani is present everywhere in all our scriptures, more than Krishna. So after that, Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu wrote the commentary of Bhagavad Gita, which our Prabhupada Maharaj, he took that commentary and his purport is based on the Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu. That's in beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Sri Prabhupada dedicates this. This Bhagavad Gita is dedicated to Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu. To Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu, who presented so nicely Sri Govinda Bhashya commentary on Vedanta philosophy. In the first page of Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned this, dedicated to Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu. Govinda Bhashya. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita is very important. Why? Because as I explained the other day, if all the Upanishad Veda will be the form of a cow, the milk is Bhagavad Gita. If it is milk, and that milk is milked by Krishna himself. Sarva Upanishad Gava Dogdha Gopalanandana in Gita Mahatmya Padma Puran. This is quoted. Sarva Upanishad Gava Dogdha Gopalanandana. This sloka also quoted by Prabhupada, translation only. In the purport, if you introduction you read 30 pages, this is there. But the new edition they added the verses. Old edition Prabhupada did not quote that verse. Only translation was there. It is there. Sarva Upanishad Gava Dogdha Gopalanandana Partha Vatsa Sudhira Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat. That all the Upanishad, the Vedanta will be the form of a cow, and the milk of that cow, which is drinkable, which will drink, that is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Whether one understands or doesn't understand, should read Bhagavad Gita. No need, somebody tell that I don't understand anything while read Bhagavad Gita. So there is a saying in our language, Ruchu naruchu kha pita. If somebody, it is maybe tasty or not, take bitter, like this neem, karela, take every day. Whether it is tasty, delicious to you or not, eat every day, because that is beneficial for your health. Very much beneficial. That will kill the harmful bacteria and your health will be rejuvenated. That's why it is not dependable if it will be tasty or not. Similarly, buju na buju, padha Gita. Whether you understand or you don't understand, read Bhagavad Gita. That's why devotees, according to Prabhupada's desire was this Gita Marathon, book distribution. Why? Because somebody asked question, Radha Mohan I think asked question that day in morning walk, that somebody with buying Bhagavad Gita, he is keeping in his home, not reading, what is the use? I told, if Prabhupada is self-realized soul, he has given some instruction, means there is some hidden motive is there. You understand in another angle. Somebody accepted Bhagavad Gita, gave place in his home, kept in his home. What does it mean? Go to Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, When the Pandavas were in exile in the forest, according they were defeated in the dice game, and the condition was 12 years forest, like they will be remain in Banvas, and 1 year they will remain as Agyatavas. Nobody can recognize. If they will be caught at that time, they will be again sent 12 years. This was the condition of Duryodhan. And the Pandavas spent that time at the last year under the care of King Virat. Bhima was the cook, hiding himself, and Yudhishthira Maharaj was the servant of the king. Draupadi was the, you can take, decorating the queen. What do you call this? Servant? Decorating the queen. Nakul, Sahadev, they were engaged in the horse shed, looking after the horses. So like this, all Arjuna was became like a, yes, he was teaching dance to the princess. Dance guru, music guru. So like this, all the Pandavas passed that year when time was completed, and they revealed themselves that they are Pandavas. And the king was embarrassed, asked forgiveness. You are Samrat, you are emperor. I am your servant, and you served me, Yudhishthira Maharaj. This was necessary by desire of Krishna. After that, meeting was arranged, and somebody will go to Hastinapur and demand, oh, give us our rights back. We have completed successfully your condition, everything. Now we should get our kingdom back. So at that time, nobody who can go there. The very dangerous persons, very crooked persons. Only Lord Krishna himself, I will go. Because Pandavas are his brothers, own relatives, own family men. Why Krishna gave this confidence and knowledge to Arjuna? He telling, because you are my friend. Very, very intimate family relationship with Arjuna, eating, sleeping together in one bed. Gave his sister marriage to Arjuna. Very, very close, intimate relationship. That's why he gave all these confidential instructions to Arjuna. And we are now getting that. Arjuna, that's why if Veda Shastra will be the cow, Bhagavad Gita is the milk, and Krishna himself is milking that cow, Arjuna is the calf. Without calf, cow will not give a milk. So Arjuna is so important. So after when Krishna went to Hastinapur and presented that this is, I am representing the Pandavas, Maharaj Yudhishthira. Now you have to give their kingdom back, at least Indraprastha, which was they own. Duryodhan told, no way I will give them back. Then Krishna told, okay, Pandavas, they don't want any disturbance or any war. They want only 5 villages. If you give small villages, they are kings. They cannot stay anywhere. Otherwise 5 rooms, give 5 villages. Duryodhan told, what to speak of 5 villages, 5 rooms. I will not give even the land occupied by the tip of needle. I will not give without war. This is terrorist mentality. This is why Duryodhan is this. For him this war happened, destruction happened. And like this, somebody is not giving to Pandavas, to Dharma, to Krishna, one tip of land in the tip of a needle. If somebody accepts Bhagavad Gita, gives this place in his home, that means he welcomed Krishna in his house. Bhagavad Gita is not different from Krishna. Even if somebody buys that Bhagavad Gita, gets Bhagavad Gita, keeps at his home, even not reading, but he opened his doorway to bhakti that day. So one day he will certainly, if he invited Krishna to his home, gave place, that one day Krishna's mercy will come, thousands of people will be benefited by that. I explained in this way. Pure devotees, they have that some intention. You cannot understand. So like this, Bhagavad Gita is very important. And in this verse, I gave some introduction to understand. So here, Visaya Vinivartante Niraharasya Dahina Raso Varjam Rasopi Asya Param Dushtva Nivartate. Always in Shastra means discipline, rules, regulations. Nobody likes, especially conditioned soul, they never like rules, regulation. Do this, don't do this, restriction to be controlled. Some time ago, some devotees in Baguio, I was there, and ordinator, some devotees were there. There was some quarrel. We don't want to be controlled by anyone. Some devotee was telling. I heard later. So, whether you want or you don't want, you will be controlled because you are conditioned soul. So you have to choose whether you will be controlled by devotees or Krishna, or you will be controlled by Maya. You will choose one of this path, and one path going towards to Krishna directly, royal road going to Krishna, and one road going to hell. Anyone you can choose which way you want to go. So Krishna, nobody wants restrictions, rules, regulations to be controlled, but Baddha Jiva conditioned soul. Jiva himself. The constitutional position of Jiva is Vibhinansa. Vibhinansa means not directly, part and parcel of Krishna. And always he will be controlled, remain under guidance, under control. That's why if you study deeply our scripture of our acharyas, no conditioned soul, no Jiva cannot directly become the associate of Krishna like Siddham, Subal, Madhumangal, Lalita, Vishakha, Sakhi, like this, or Mother Jasoda cannot be. A Jiva cannot be like that, but can be a servant of them under their guidance. This is the position of Jiva Anugatyamai. So here in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, Krishna, he is a preacher, he is preaching. So he is preaching from his own experience. Bhagavan, anybody speaks or preaching somebody from his own experience. And that Krishna, where is home? Where is he? He is from Vrindavan. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur saying, Aradhya Bhagavana Brajesa Tanaya Stadhama Vrindavanam. Our Krishna, whom we worship, is Brajesa Tanaya. He is not Lord Narayan. He is not Vishnu. He is Krishna. He is Brajesa Tanaya, he is son of Nanda Maharaj. And where is his abode? Vrindavanam. His abode is Vrindavan. His house is Vrindavanam. Gokul is Vrindavanam. There he is not riding on horses, not riding on chariot or on car, nothing. Not wearing shoes even. Krishna is that Vrindavan. And he is the Lord of the Lords. He is the Supreme Lord whom we are worshipping. So Krishna is speaking something, anything is Krishna. Words emanated from the lips of Krishna. Always there is the impression of Vrindavanam. Pastimes of Vrindavanam is always there. So Visaya Vinivartante Niraharasya Dahina. Here Krishna, it appears the general translation is the embodied soul. When we restrict somebody in the yoga system, Hatha yoga, like the dhyana, dharana, all these things, controlling your pran vayu, completely controlling yourself, focus and super soul. But nobody wants to be controlled. Nobody wants to be controlled. Nobody. Even Srila Prabhupada Maharaj is giving example that one diseased person, he doesn't want to be controlled. Restrictions are there by force only, not be controlled. But our process of bhakti yoga is not that. process of Bhakti Yoga, although it apparently we are following the rules, regulation, but not like the rules, regulation the yogis following. How much restrictions they are following? So much restrictions. Eating, controlling, everything. We are comfortable, we are doing everything. But so much controlled life they have. After controlling everything, even they fail. They become unsuccessful. Klesādikataro tesam abhyakta asakta chetasam. In Bhagavad Gita, different places Krishna has explained how the yogis they fail. Bhagavatam also. Aruya krishna param padam tata patanti adha anadita jusmatamraya. Because unless one is attached to the lotus feet of Krishna, unless one is engaged in bhakti yoga, in bhakti devotional service, anything, rules, regulation, restrictions cannot save him. He will be again and again, he will be trapped in Maya. This is how the material creation is made. You cannot be free from that illusion. So, in Bhakti Yoga, it is very, very sublime method. Because Arjuna is saying, Pratyaksha Bhagamam Dharmam Susukham Kartum Abhyayam. It is very, very pleasant. Like we see, Bhakti we are chanting, singing, chanting, nice prasadam we are taking, everything is blissful, very, very happy. And if you analyze, the devotee is most happy person. One who has taken shelter of Krishna, one who is chanting Harinam, he is the most happy person in the world. As if he has nothing to do. This is his life. The bhakti is sublime. And why this method is given? Because bhakti, this is the answer given. Raso varjam rasopi asya param dushta nivartante. Indirectly, Lord Krishna is saying here that because when one get the higher taste, there is a book published, Higher Taste, about prasadam recipe, how to make khichdi, halwa, samosa, like this. Higher taste means when you restrict somebody, don't do this, don't do that. One baby is attracted to lollipop, small sweet. You give the gulab jamun one taste, then he throw that away. You will prefer to take gulab jamun. It's very soft and taste. If you give it rasamalai, you will more attracted there. One after another. When one tastes higher taste, then naturally forgets about lower taste. So this is Bhakti Yoga. One expert guru, what he does, engage the devotees, like Prabhupada Maharaj did. He engaged people. Anybody came to him, he cooked himself, Mahaprasad gave. Engage them, nice Harikatha speaking, chanting Harinam. Because Harinam, holy name, is divine, transcendental sound vibration. When one chants Harinam continuously, after some time you will feel that you will slowly forget hunger, thirst, everything. It's our experience we did. And 24-hour kirtan, have you ever done 24-hour kirtan without taking, eating, drinking?
I stand up and hide and...
No, if you first do, after some time,
24-hour prasad.
after some time, you'll forget. First you'll see that you'll forget your hunger, thirst, and even sleep will not come. You will feel very, very alert, energetic. Even those are fully absorbed. If you in kirtan you do that. I have experience in childhood. We used to do that 24-hour kirtan. So like this, many Vaishnavas till now doing. Because Harinam is such powerful, transcendental sound vibration, and when one chanting Harinam, slowly, gradually, all the other tastes will go away. We see in Harikatha, we do, some people they fast, they sleep. Why? Because that time their mind doesn't go anywhere else. Naturally, The natural, that is a easy, sahaj yoga. Because in yoga you force yourself, mind not to think that like this. But in Harikatha, naturally all other thoughts, they don't come. Automatically. That's why become peaceful, then you fall asleep. Yeah, you take this. So in Harikatha, naturally our mind and senses are controlled. Thus it is advised, whether one even likes or not, we invite somebody to temple and ask them to sit in Bhagavad class, Bhagavad Gita class. Why? Because you'll get taste. Naturally, you see how powerful bhakti is. That which the yogis, they force themselves to refrain their mind from different types of thoughts and this. But naturally these thoughts goes away. Naturally. And when one is fully absorbed in bhakti, you see that person will forget his household responsibilities. Or factory or doing that, or forget everything. How it happens? Because naturally mind is attached. This is what Krishna is saying here. Raso barjam rasopi asya param dushta nivartate. When one gets a higher taste, the lower taste naturally goes away. Naturally. And mind is fixed in the lotus feet of Krishna. One name of Lord Krishna is called Hari. Hari means who can steal away. Who is a expert thief, Krishna. Braje prasidam nabanita chauram gopangananam dukuluscha chauram aneka janma arjita papa chauram chauragraganyam purusam namami. There is a ashtakam called Chauragraganya Ashtakam. Means the Ashtakam of the expert thief. There is a prayer in our songbook, it is there. I think it is published. When I published a songbook many years ago, 15 years ago, I published that Ashtakam. There? In beginning it was not there. So I published many years ago. So Chauragraganya, very famous. Agraganya means the leader of the thieves. Agraganya. The gangster of thieves. Who is Krishna? Nobody can become supreme, surpass Krishna in any way. He is best in all respects. Best. All the qualities coming in Jiva, it is coming from Krishna. Krishna has everything in best. And that is divine. Krishna's stealing pastimes, if you hear, like Damodar Lila, how Krishna was stealing Makhan. And stealing pastimes, we are meditating, reciting, one becomes free from this bondage of the material world. But if you meditate the stealing pastime of others, or you will go to jail. This is difference because Krishna is transcendental. All the qualities, Krishna is also expert liar. The way he can tell lie, that nobody can tell lie like that. And that is, suddenly like you in Madhuban, when we go to Brajamandal Parikrama Madhuban, the Gurudev used to ask me to sing that song, Main nahi makhan khayo, Maiya mori main nahi makhan khayo. It's very beautiful composition of Suridas. That suddenly Mother Yashoda caught Krishna red-handed, and Krishna at that time eating makhan and whole mouth was full of butter. Krishna is baby now, 2 years. Mother Yashoda caught him and asked, have you eaten makhan? No, I have not eaten. Even the makhan is there in his face. Then Krishna started to argue with Mother Yashoda. Bhor bhayo gayan ke piche, मैं सांझ बरत लौट आए, चार प्रहर बंसी बट भटक्यो, मैं कब माखन खायो. Early morning I go for cow herding. I am busy so much. And returning in the evening. And afternoon time, evening time, I am in Bansibat, cow herding, and when I have time to eat makhan, first argument is eating. Then telling Maya, मैं बालक बही अनुके छोट, and I am a very young boy, and my hands, legs are very small. I cannot reach how high you are hanging the makhan in the chikka. Then again, so many ways he's telling. Then telling that, oh, maybe my friends there became inimical to me. They want me that I should be caught. They should put in my face this makhan. Bare ras mohi lakha lagayo. Then Mother Jasoda that day very strict. She did not listen any argument of Krishna. Then Krishna found that mother is not melting, not changing. She is strict, stubborn today. Then Krishna told her, I know why you don't accept my words. Maybe you don't love me so much. Maybe I am not your son. You think I am an outsider. Then Mother Jasoda took Krishna to the lap. And when Mother Jasoda told, okay, you have not eaten makhan. Then makhan nahi khayo. Then again Krishna, after mother is pacified, then told Maya, one secret I am telling, I have eaten makhan. So beautifully, because Krishna's words remained same. In Hindi, मैं नहीं माखन खायो means I have not eaten makhan. That one letter if you attach like this in the beginning word, मैं नहीं makhan खायो means I have certainly eaten makhan. So Krishna tells lie, but in that lie is such a beautiful way, it has two meanings. It has two meanings. So Krishna is expert thief. He is called Hari. That's why he is called Hari. The Braje Prasidam Nabanita Chauram Gopangananam Dukulischa Chauram. He stole the garments of the gopis. Because this pastime is there. And then Aneka Janma Arjita Papa Chauram. You can steal any sin you have since time immemorial. Many sinful activities you have done, all these sinful reactions are accumulated, and you can steal away everything. Aneka Janma Arjita Papa Chauram. He is such an expert thief. Who can be like this? And he Chauragra Ganyam. He is the most prominent leader of the thieves. I worship him. Chauragra Ganyam Purusam Namami. This is how Krishna is. And Krishna himself, we cannot. Srila Kabiraj Goswami, Krishnadas Kabiraj Goswami had analyzed Rupa Goswami's that verse. Rupa Goswami has written, Hariya Purata Sundara Dyuti Kadamba Sandipita Sada Hridaya Kandare Spuratva Sachi Nandana. That he is praying to Lord Gauranga. That, O Lord Hari, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he addressed as Hari. Here Rupa Goswami Path is mentioned his name. Hari. Why? Because somebody, Jai Shri Gauranitan Joki. Why Rupa Goswami Path has addressed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Hari? Many meanings are there. One is lion and one Hari means who is expert thief, who can steal away. Lord Krishna is saying, Sarvadharmana Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Braja. When we come to temple and we hear Harikatha classes, and we know that we have to renounce everything and just surrender unto Krishna. This is what we do this, everything, give up and surrender unto Krishna. Then somebody will think, how I can do that? It's not easy. Some they do by condition. They come to temple, nice prasadam, they give up everything. Nice facilities or nice life, no responsibility like this. But really surrender, nobody comes. Everything give up, just surrender to Krishna is not possible for the jiva. Not possible, very difficult. That's why here he is telling his name Hari, means one name of Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Hari. Hari means who can steal away. Ourselves we cannot give our mind. Krishna is saying, Man mana bhava mad bhakta. Think of me always. Means give your mind to me. Can we give our mind in our family? You our near and dear persons, our kids, everyone. So we cannot give our mind and heart to Krishna. We cannot give. Although we are reading Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, think of me always, give your mind to me, everything, heart offer to me. We are reading, but we cannot practice. How one can practice? But Krishna is such an expert thief. If one will come attend Harikatha and associate with high class Vaishnavas, goes to Vrindavan or any place, even always engaged in remembering, discussing about Krishna, and one day Krishna will steal his heart. If Krishna will steal your heart and mind, then even we don't want, it is automatically belongs to Krishna. Automatically you practice Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Everything give up and surrender to me. You cannot surrender yourself. Krishna will make that business. He will take you. He will steal your heart and mind. This is when Bilomangal Thakur, after his event happened with his Chintamani, and Bilomangal Thakur pierced his eyes. Because he told these eyes are obstacle for remembering Krishna, my bhajan. I want to go to Vrindavan. As soon as he desired to come to Vrindavan, Krishna came there. If anybody is very, very eager to serve Krishna, Krishna will come to him in any way, help him. Certainly, Krishna cannot stay. Either he send his near and dear devotees or himself will come. And then after that, when Krishna is holding the stick of Bilomangal Thakur and going to Vrindavan on the way, walking, leading his way. Oh, I am also going. I am a coward boy. I am also going to Vrindavan. I will take you. But as soon as Bilomangal Thakur was walking, all the divine spiritual sentiments coming, very, very beautiful verses, everything coming. This is how he composed Krishna Karnamrita. So all the thoughts coming, remembrance of Krishna, so beautifully coming. So Bilomangal Thakur realized he is none other than Krishna himself. But that time, Krishna understood, he will not leave me. Then Krishna told Baba, now Vrindavan came, I am going away. Then he left his stick and ran away. Then Bilomangal Thakur is saying, you can run away from me, but you cannot run away from my heart. Cannot. Because a devotee can bind Krishna in his heart. Sada Krishna is eternally liberated. He is beyond any bondage. Sada muktopi. Baddhasmi, eternally he is bound by the love of his devotees. Eternally he is bound. Mukta baddhasmi bhaktena snehurajjavi. Eternally he is bound by the love of his devotees. Devotee, that's why our Narottam Das Thakur is saying in Vaishnava prayer, Evara Karuna Kara Vaishnava Gosai. He is writing there that Tomara Hriday Sada Govinda Visram. A pure devotee in his heart, Lord Govinda is eternally residing. Govinda, why is residing? Krishna, they are always in the heart of, because pure devotees, they have bound Krishna by their love and affection in their heart. They are bound. That's why Krishna eternally residing there in their heart. Cannot leave. Govinda kahe namo Vaishnava Paran. Lord Govinda saying that Vaishnavas are my life and soul. How I can leave them? And another way, the heart of a pure devotee, half of the heart of a devotee is Vrindavan. Manifested like Vrindavan. Because Vrindavan is that place where complete love for Krishna is present. Unconditionally they love Krishna. All the residents of Vrindavan, all the residents of Braja, they love Krishna unconditionally, such a way that Krishna cannot leave Vrindavan even one step away. That's why Krishna eternally residing there. So that's why Krishna is called Hari. He can steal our heart and mind if somebody cannot do. That's why we tell that you come and just chant Harinam. Just chant Harinam, Bhagavad Gita, take Mahaprasad, Harikatha, listen everything. Why? Because everything other business Krishna does that, which you cannot do in a yoga process. You cannot control your senses, this restriction, that restriction. But when one loves Krishna, Krishna likes, Krishna attracts his mind and heart, that time naturally he does everything for Krishna. No need to tell him, do that, do that. Chant Harinam this morning. Who is telling us? Nobody. Telling us, oh, wake up, chant this much Harinam, read Bhagavad Gita. But Krishna will be your life and soul. You cannot survive without Krishna. Krishna has stolen your heart. This is Bhakti Yoga. Raso Barjam, when you taste the higher things, then you give up. And Krishna himself speaking this. One more nectar will give. Higher things. So Krishna is telling this thing, and that Krishna is Brajesha Tanaya. He is not Krishna from Dwaraka, not Krishna from Mathura, not Krishna from Vaikuntha. His Krishna is Brajendra Nandana Shyam Sundar. And who performed all the sweet pastimes in Vrindavan. And Krishna, the highest of all his pastimes, here the word comes raso. Raso. Rasa means mellow. And one word, this synonym is used in this Shruti. Krishna is called Raso Vaisa. Rasayam Yavayam Labdha Nandi Bhavati. Krishna, Prabhupada translates, Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure. That is coming from there. Raso Vaisa. He is the abode of all the rasa. He is the releaser of all the rasa. Himself, he releases all the rasa. Mellow. Rasa means mellow. Before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, bhakti was only sentiment or some practice of something, rules, regulation. But see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu empowered Rupa Goswami Pad. He presented bhakti as a bhakti rasa, means a drinkable condition. Somebody will give you lemon, sugar, water, kevda, all the things to you, separate. But somebody will come and expert, proper person, prepare a drink, sarbat, and give to you. Which you will release more? A drink, completely, totally ready to drink. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami, our Prabhupada Maharaj. They gave readily rasa to drink. Before our Acharyas, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, bhakti was not presented like that. This is the speciality. We should know this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu present bhakti rasa. Rupa Goswami Pad composed bhakti rasa amrita sindhu, the ocean of the nectarian mellow of devotion composed. This is bhakti rasa. And that Krishna, who is the reservoir of all pleasure, reservoir of all the rasa himself, he releases the rasa mellow of his devotees. Devotees' devotion to Krishna is like a rasa which Krishna releasing. And Krishna releasing how? Like a bumblebee. Krishna is like a black bumblebee. And bumblebee goes to all the flowers, collect one drop. Always his business is this, to go and fly and sit on different flowers, collect different types of honey and collects. This is bumblebee. And Krishna is that bumblebee. Krishna matta bringa keli pulla puspa vatika. It is written. Krishna is that mad bumblebee in a garden of flowers. And all these flowers are whom? Who manifested these flowers? Srimati Radharani. Radharani is compared in Radhika Ashtakam, who Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is writing, that if you Radharani herself for the pleasure of Krishna, Radharani herself manifests like a garden of flowers. All the flowers are none other than Radharani, and these flowers are one gopi. All the gopis, 360 types of gopis, these gopis are expansion of Radharani. They are the expansion of Radharani. Radharani's each mood, different sentiment becomes one gopi to serve Krishna. And Krishna is like a matta bhrunga, means a mad bumblebee. So Krishna releases the rasa. And why I am telling this? To give some hint. Not more, but little bit. So, in Ras Leela what happened? When Krishna played on his flute and started, and all the Braja Gopis, they thinking that Krishna is calling me. All the individual thing, they all came to Krishna. And then Krishna told, why you have come? It's a dead of night. Have you come to see the beauty of the forest? If you have come to see the beauty of forest, you should return home soon because it is late night. It's not good for chaste ladies to remain away from home. You should serve your husband, your family. This is your duty. You should serve that. You should go back. The gopis became amazed. How Krishna is telling this thing? The gopis are more expert. It is called Pranaya Gita. In Bhagavatam there is 5 Gita, Pranaya Gita. Many years ago, by the desire of our Gurudev, Aisha composed this to give Gurudev that. Composed in melody, musical melody, in Bhagavatam, 5 Gitas in tune for. And Gurudev was so pleased at that time. So this Pranaya Gita, that time Krishna and Gopis they are arguing. And Gopis are telling, you are giving very good instruction, this is very good, we accept this. But first, because you are giving very good instructions, you are our Guru. And our first duty, one should serve Guru, then others. Then they defeated Krishna like this. This is loving conversation. It's called Pranaya Gita. And Krishna speaks very beautifully. His words and his charming words and presentation is very, very sweet. Very sweet. In Golok Vrindavan, Krishna's associate, everybody is a dancer. Everybody walks like dancing. Anybody speaks like singing. Katha Ganam. Their normal conversation speech is like a musical notes, musical melody singing. Not like any rough melody. You sing like as if they are singing, not speaking. And they're walking, everything like dancing. Everything is nectarian there. So Krishna is the center of all attraction, everything in Golok. Life and Golaka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto. He is the life and soul of Golok. Everybody is doing anything going on for Krishna only. So Krishna then defeated, Gopi is defeated. This is how Ras Leela happened, started. Ras Leela like dancing with Krishna, singing, dancing, very beautiful. But in Ras Leela, what happened? Srimati Radharani developed man. We see this in Ras Leela in here. This is commonly Ras Leela. Many Ras Leela happened. In autumn Ras Leela, Sarad Ras Leela, Basant Ras Leela, different there. In Gita Govinda described Basanti Ras Leela. Gita Govinda, the description is Basanti Ras Leela. Sarad Ras Leela in Banshivata, Sebakul, those area happened. Saras Ras Leela. And Basant Ras Leela we have in Chandra Sarovar, Govardhan area. Pentha, Chandra Sarovar, all this. So, in Ras Leela, Radharani developed man. Because all the gopis, they feel themselves very, very fortunate. After long time, their sweetheart, their beloved Krishna, they are dancing with Krishna. They are with Krishna after so long time. So for them, they feel so much bliss. Even thousands of yuga past, 4,000 yuga past, they feel like few minutes only. Because in bliss, in pleasure, time passes. So when gopis are feeling so much fortunate themselves, that called Saubhagya Mada, They think themselves so much fortunate. And Radharani developed man. Radharani did not like this. Why? Because Radharani wanted that Krishna should be Rasika Shekhara. Krishna should be the crest jewel of all the rasa. He is the best. Krishna should release the best rasa in Ras Leela. If gopis they are feeling themselves so much fortunate and their submissive mood developed, in submissive mood rasa will not develop. In contrary mode, Bhamya Bhav, rasa increases. In Salki mode, then Krishna's the rasa will increase. But in submissive mode, rasa will not increase. That's why Radharani developed the man. And he left the Ras Leela. When Radharani left the Ras Leela, then Krishna cannot perform the Ras Leela. This is the question. Sata koti gopi madhava mana rakhit narila kari jatana. Hundreds of thousands of gopis could not keep control the mind of Krishna. For only one Radharani, Krishna left everyone else. This is one hidden meaning of this verse. Rasa Barjam, the rasa present in Radharani is much higher. Barjam means topmost. For that, Krishna could live Param Drishta and other rasa. Everyone, Krishna could live only for Radharani. So little bit hint I gave, some hidden meaning. How in every sloka, in everywhere, confidential meaning is there. But it's not easy. Only realized soul, they can see that. They release that. We see only general way. But according to our qualification, we should continue. This is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti so sublime. Association, Sadhu Sangha. How Bhakti Yoga in brief? Sadhu Sangha Krishna Naam. Ei matra chai. You want to sansar jinite aar kon vastu nahi. You want to cross over the dreadful ocean of material existence. You want to go back to spiritual or engage in the service of Krishna. Two things do. Sadhu Sangha, Krishna Naam. No other third thing is required. Always remain in the association of high class of Vaishnavas. Association is necessary. And then Krishna Naam, engaged in chanting Krishna Naam. The two things you do, then your bhakti is complete. Always you release higher rasa. Other things which are difficult for you to give up, follow rules, it will be automatically will be followed. Understand? In Indian tradition, new wedded wife comes to the house. Maybe she was not working at home, their own parents' house. Then he comes newly married, comes to the in-laws' house. For sake of, because the love for the husband increases so much. For sake of husbands, because their intimacy increases, love and affection, intimacy bond increases between husband and wife. And the wife does all the seva, everything for the whole house, everyone. Why? Naturally, not to restrict or do that, no force, automatically does something. This is test. In bhakti happens like that. Bhakti in certain time, you get higher association, definitely you release the bhakti rasa. You drink the nectar of bhakti. Then at that time, you will automatically, nobody will tell, oh, have you chanted today Harinam 4 rounds, 8 rounds? No. You will chant non-stop. Never stop even. You will chant 1 lakh, 2 lakhs Harinam or day and night you will chant. You will never stop. You will read and never stop. You chant and chant, never stop. This will happen automatically. Not by force. This is what Krishna is saying. By force, restriction not. By releasing higher rasa, by higher taste, one can be fixed in consciousness. Engagement by experiencing a higher taste. Only one will be fixed in Krishna consciousness, in devotion. Otherwise, other way around, few years after, go here and there or like this. Because they fail to taste the higher rasa. That's why You should such a way practice your devotion that you will always release higher rasa. Come to Vrindavan, associate with the devotees, higher class devotees, those Rasik Vaishnavas, then naturally rasa will release. Naturally. So by that your bhakti will never become dry. Never become automatically. When your bhakti is enlivened, you are releasing rasa, then it is very easy to do. Very easy. It will not be any difficulty. That's why you see how pure is bhakti yoga. Bhakti, how easy to follow, and how with the yogis try very hard, they cannot do. Even Krishna himself attracted towards devotion. Krishna himself. You are praying to Krishna by force controlling your mind. Panthastu koti satavatsara sampragamya vayo rathapi manasa munipungavanam. Yogis, they trying to fix their mind in the lotus feet of Krishna. They cannot catch Krishna in the mind even. The speed of mind is fast, highest. Even the speed of mind they are going, they cannot catch the lotus feet of Krishna. But a devotee doesn't have to run after Krishna. Krishna will come to him. By devotion, Krishna will come to him. Krishna will do everything. This is bhakti. Okay? Enough. Some necessary to drink nectar. Gaur Pramanande Hari Jagantraj Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai. Jai Sri Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga ki jai. Jai Sri Guruji Maharaj ki jai. Jai Samakuddha Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hidai Gaura Pramanande Hari Hari Bo. If anybody has any question, can ask. If they are satisfied, then no question, then it is also very good science. Vansha kalpatarivasya kripasindhuvasya pattanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.